good?
Yeah, we had to run this.
Yeah,
we had to get this going.
We had to run this one.
It's always a blessing whenever we can have somebody on that we either went to school with or like went to or like alma mater. So hey man, today we got a special guest in the building, man. He'll be staying home to play in Atlanta in the upcoming fall, man. Georgia Tech signee athletes, that's ATH. Dalen Penson, man, out of State Creek High School. How we doing, bro?
Yes, sir. I'm good. How about yourself?
Man, you know, it's Sunday. You know, Sunday like a reset. You'll learn like once as you get older, bro, you'll really appreciate that Sunday because it's like you get ready for work, you know. Don't get groceries, you gotta get groceries, you know, just handle like the little stuff before the week gets started. So I can't complain on the Sunday, bro.
Smooth, bro.
So, my dog, before we get into it,
please.
See, you're almost over with, bro.
Yeah.
You ready to lead the nest?
Yes.
You are.
I am.
What that feel like? Like what you got like, is it nervousness or more anxiety, anxious, or is it more like I'm just ready to go ahead and move on?
More excited for the next chapter. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to envision myself on the field next year and doing big things. It's definitely just more exciting than anything than any of the other emotions.
Facts.
I like it.
Facts.
I like it. So we get straight into it, bro. So Dalen on our podcast, the way we started off is we do an MBS check-in.
Yeah.
So first we're gonna check on your mental. How's your mind doing? You know, how you getting through things mentally?
It's important.
That's very important. Then we're gonna check on your body. How's the body feeling? I know it's track season, so I know you gotta make sure the legs is good and stuff. And then we're gonna check on your spirit, man. How's your soul doing and stuff? So we'll let Matt go first, just so he can give you an example, and then you'll go and then I'll go last.
Yeah, so mine, bro, I'm good, bro. Locked in, dialed in, man. Just feeling very consistent with what I got going on now. Like even like Dalen, you know, like even during the days when you like, bro, I don't feel like doing this specific thing right now, but it's like having a consistent work ethic with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like in a flow state mentally right now. That's what we call it.
I like it.
And then body, bro, I'm back in that mode, bro.
Hey, Dalen. Like, I know he played quarterback in high school, but don't let that fool you. You're not built like a QB. We too far removed. You built like a safety.
It's like after ball was done for me, bro. It's like I kind of started to find ways to kind of keep my body up to date as if I was an athlete still. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in that part. Now it's like I see what like a grown man,
like grown man strength,
like. You know what I'm saying? Who keeps up their body looks like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's where I'm at right now, physically. And then spiritually, bro, we have this thing on Juh Kickin It. We talked about having an attitude of gratitude and literally just being grateful for the man above. Even during the times we're like, bro, it feels stagnant right now, whatever, yada, yada. Like having an attitude of gratitude literally gets you a long, long, long way, bro. Like I want you to take that everywhere you go, literally. Just because, bro, the more like positive like thankfulness that you give, you know what I'm saying? Not even asking for nothing from the man above, just literally just thanking them for what you have already or whatever, bro. Literally you get back 10 times more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's not even just physical stuff, just more like mental clarity, more like being your best self to perform the way you do on Friday nights or it's gonna be Saturday nights, you know what I'm saying? Things like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at NBS check-in, bro. So that's how we do that. Yeah. For our NBS check-in.
That's real. That's real.
Let me see yours.
So Dalen, what's your NBS check-in? How you feeling right now?
Okay, so my mind right now, it's not all over the place. It was all over the place a couple weeks back, but I'm starting to get everything back together, back to, you know, the regular me where I'm confident. You know, my mom always talk about being confident in what I'm doing. And, you know, I'm getting back there, getting back to my confidence level of just, you know, almost to where it's like I'm arrogant almost, or like I'm cocky.
Yeah.
You know? But you gotta be that way. Not to cut you off, but in the day we in, especially in sports, they don't really talk about like, being humble is cool, but to perform, you gotta know I'm that guy. You can't guard me, or you can't stop me.
But it's like, why wouldn't you have that kind of?
You got to.
I get
it. Definitely. That was the mindset all year. You know what I'm saying? Was it just like these boys can't stop me. Like I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna score. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna lock you down. You ain't gonna get no, passes caught on me. Yeah. Just as I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna score 2, 3, 4 touchdowns on you.
I like it. You gotta have that mindset. I like that you got that dog. You got that dog mentality. You gotta have it.
Yep. So my body is
be real.
It's during that grind time of the track season. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting there to the region of track, getting closer to May, which is state. So I'm really just grinding through it. I'm working out 6 days out of the week. Got you could kind of say 2 rest days, but that last workout day is not a super hard workout day.
But I get it, bro. I get how that like having dual sports, bro. Like I know
I never experienced it.
Dual sports is that's body wise, bro, is different.
And like mentally as well though, because you gotta switch mindsets for the sports, I would assume.
So, well, your track is different because you kind of could just transfer to football, but it's still dual sports. So, bro, commend you for like being at the transition. That I already know how that body wise go, bro. When it's supposed to be off season for football, but you're really in season for those sports.
It's definitely you got to flip real quick. You got to flip that switch. But and then spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Just like you were saying, thinking the man above. I'm definitely doing that. I'm definitely keeping my faith. I'm praying constantly throughout the day and throughout the night before I go to sleep and in the morning when I wake up. And then also just like the little things, like making sure that the things at home is right, the things at the school and the classroom is right, and just making sure everything that I'm doing is got me on the ascending path and got me going to where my goals are leading me to, and not just wasting time and wasting days.
Right. That's real.
Sound like he locked in.
He's locked in.
Young boy locked in for real.
As he should.
I like it. I like it, bro.
Sure,
it definitely sound like you got exactly what you want. So you taking the direct path to where you need to go. So it sounds like you're pretty locked in. That's good. That's good to hear, bro, especially at your age. For me, my MBS check-in mentally, bro, I'm good. It's Sunday, about to go on spring break for work for a week. So I'm gonna lock in tomorrow. I got one more day. And now I'm going down to Tampa with wifey, so it's gonna be a good time. Little jets, little push garden, little food, going out. I'm gonna enjoy myself. So mentally, right now, I really am good, bro. And so like in my life right now, I'm about to leave the nest for real. I'm about to venture out on my own and get my own place because I graduated back in May, so I've been at home just working since August and. It is definitely something new, but I'm looking forward to like the new steps of my life because last week at church, the preacher was really saying like it's a season of enlarging our territory. So like whether that's like moving on to college for you or that's moving on into the city, like we really leaving our home roots, which is like Fayetteville, that whole area. So it's like enlarging our territory. I'm excited for the process mentally. Body wise, bro, I'm good, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I've been seeing the games.
I see it.
The back is back.
I've been seeing it, dog.
The chest is chested.
It's that grown man weight.
The grown man weight does come in when you hit like 23, Dalen. When you hit 23, you watch the body really.
They used to say that, but I didn't really know it.
Until you go through it.
Yeah, until I went through it.
Yeah. So body wise, I'm pretty good, bro. Been locking in really with the gym and just been enjoying it, bro. Because it really is like, not to go back to mental, but it's like the gym not only is physical, but it's mental. Like when you go in there, just escape from whatever you got going on in your life. So it's like when you get to go in there, just hang with the bros and lift. It's a good time, bro. So body wise, I'm good in this spirit, bro. I'm so good, dog. Just the gratitude piece heavy. Because it's like I tell you, every morning when I pray, I start off with thanking. Like I got to every time. Thank him for waking up. Thank him for my family, my tribe, everybody that impacts my life in a positive way. And then, you talk to him about some of those needs that you have. So it's like, but I always make sure to start off with gratitude because if you don't thank him with gratitude, what you gonna be appreciative for when those things you need, those things you ask for do come into play, and then you're ungrateful, and that's just not the way to go about it. So spiritually, I'm good, dog. We got Dalen on here today, so I'm good. I'm good all around, dog. Anytime, like I said, anytime we can have somebody from our high school come on and we can kick game and just talk to them and get to know them better, it's always a good time, bro. So we appreciate you being here today. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, I've been waiting on this just because, bro, like, as a QB, bro, like, a former QB at SC, and, like, seeing him, because I never had to play with him, but, like, I always like to just see who the QBs are now at SC or whatever, and just seeing him kind of, like, just do his thing.
Oh, he did his thing.
Kind of seeing how the quarterback position at SC evolved since I got there, bro.
Yes,
Because we're used to one way before me.
It was very
And then
different.
when I got there, it was kind of like finally, okay, African-American QB, you know what I'm saying, different way, and then they just took it over. Y'all on some.
They took it over.
It's
so different.
So it's good to see it, bro. And like we chopped up just a little bit, like every time I've been on the sideline, but it's good to like actually sit down and like actually pick your brain a little bit, dog. So, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm glad you bring to that point because it was your junior year and sophomore year you played quarterback, right?
Junior year, yeah. Well, technically, yes, sophomore year, but I was the backup behind G.
Okay, got you. So junior year, you had to switch a whole mindset from your sophomore, and a little bit of that earlier season from playing quarterback, which is a totally different mindset. I would assume to being out there on the perimeter and playing receiver, and especially playing DB. So you see here, you balled. Of course, we all know all state honors, all region, all county, you name it. What was that transition like from junior year being behind center to senior year? I'm on the perimeter on offense. I'm on the perimeter on defense. So how did that play out in your senior year?
It was definitely different. You know what I'm saying? Like quarterback, you got to know what everybody is doing. All 22 people, you got to know the whole field, regardless of offense or defense. So going out there on the perimeter, whether I'm a receiver, I know how the game is supposed to go. Like if it's 3 steps, if it's a 3-step slant, I got to make sure I'm there in 3 steps. Or if I get jammed up a little bit, I got to make sure that I'm back on timing with the quarterback. And then on defense, I know everything is about timing on offense. So if I can jam the dude up or put him out of his route and make him reroute or do whatever he got to do, then that's definitely, going to keep him from getting the ball, which is the ultimate goal for me at corner. And then just in the whole aspect of the game, quarterback make everything go super fast. Like everything's flying at you. The D lineman flying at you. You got to make sure everybody's where they need to be. And you also got to make sure that you getting the ball to where you need to put the ball at. So once you're not behind the center, everything starts to slow down at a way like everything is.
I never thought about it like that. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I never played quarterback, so I just assume the game how it moved for me and move for you and look for you as well. But it is totally different, I would assume.
No, I'm letting him explain all of it. Okay. It's like that. It's hard to explain, but
it's definitely it's hard to explain, but the best way I could put it is like game is way slower after you play quarterback and is way faster when you playing quarterback. That's why, now I used to then not really say much to the quarterback now. I mean, back then, but now I definitely don't say nothing to the quarterback because we really don't even know what they going through, whether it's body, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a whole lot going into the quarterback position.
Yeah. Now, I know, like, in high school, I feel like every athlete has a season that's like the switch happens. The switch, you know what I'm saying? Like the switch, or like it's a different mode. Like
you feel
different.
Saying?
You feel like you can obviously tell like I'm playing differently. Like I feel like all right, I could step now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When was that for you? When was that for you? Because I know it happened. I would say what grade was it probably
for you?
Well, for me, it was.
I say junior
year, probably junior year. Yeah. Junior year, like during the season. But for you, when was that, bro?
It was kind of like after we lost first round of the playoffs last year, junior year. It was kind of like, all right, I think whether or not we have a quarterback coming in, because they was talking about it the whole year, we might have somebody coming in. Whether or not we had somebody coming in. It was just that time. It was like I got one more year. Everything's pretty much laid out in front of me. I have, you know what I'm saying? I have everything to go out and go get another state championship. So why not just, let loose, whether I'm catching the ball, defending passes, or throwing the ball. It was like, I got to go out there. I got to go make a play. But regardless.
That's dope.
I like it.
That's dope how like high schoolers now, like they're allowed, or at least the players are allowed to like use all of their skills. Like, it's not, you're not just boxing at QB or DB or wide receiver. Like if you could play at the top level at all positions, why not go all out at all of them, bro? That's dope.
I like it.
That's
so. All right, I gotta ask you, bro. But which one do you enjoy playing more? Receiver or corner? Let me know.
I enjoy playing receiver the most because I get to score. But DB is way more fun than receiver, just because you don't know what's coming. Like playing everything backwards. So it's more fun to me being able to play backwards at a high speed than knowing where route I'm about to run and knowing when I'm gonna get this ball to go score.
Right. Understandable.
That's real.
That's understandable. How is that Navy All-American game, bro? How is that experience in general?
And hold on before you explain, gotta give you your flowers, cause
bro,
not as many. We have so many great players at SC. We don't have so many, but we've only had like a real handful to like play in All-American games. So I'm gonna give you your flowers on that, bro. That was super dope that you got to not only represent your family, yourself, but SC. Tyrone. I'm glad that you got to do that, bro. Congrats on that.
Thank you. Yeah. But the experience was great. I had a lot of fun there. We was doing a lot of different things that it was kind of like, okay, this is what it's going to be like next year when I get to real college and I go to a real bowl game. It's going to be a little bit like this, but it was really fun being around all the, 5 stars, all the high dudes, top in the nation. It was really good just being around them because I never really had that light on me like they have the light on them. Like even when we would exchange Instagrams and stuff like that, they would have like 33K, 40K. I was like, dang, like you got a big following. How you even you know what I'm saying? I never really was into all that stuff. Like some of these dudes I didn't even know, but they you know what I'm saying? But it was really good being around them, like what it's like for them to be at home as well as to be on the field with them and being able to see, that dude, he's all right. Or he
I think it's that respect factor, I feel like everybody that come from Tyrone, like, we breed so many athletes. But when we do go out on our own, like outside of, the home base of Sandy Creek, we do carry a chip on our shoulder because even though we do breed a lot of athletes, we saw a small town from a 3A, 4A school.
I feel like it's like this, bro. It's like, for me, it was more like this when I got to Georgia State. But it's like once you get to college, or at least for the All-American game, you kind of get like a feel of college where you got everyone was alphas at their Pacific. Everybody was alphas. So it's like now you thrown into a pool of like, everybody was out at one place. We're all on this. So not same level. Like,
who really the biggest?
You know what I'm saying?
Once we get out there,
not like you feel regular, but it's like we all like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a weirdness. It's a weird feeling.
It makes it more fun though. It makes it more fun because now it's like everybody back on my level. Back when back at home, it was like all over the place. It was definitely fun.
Okay. What was the best experience that whole week you was there? Practice from the game. What was the best experience for you?
Practice, pretty much. Practice in the game, just being on the field, guarding these top receivers.
Okay. Who was the hardest guard for you? Who was the hardest guard for you? And what school are you going to, if you remember?
Wasn't nobody really like quick or shifty, but I say the hardest person I guarded, well, he was the only one that really had a catch like that for real on me. He's going to Ohio State. His name Quincy. Okay. He's a receiver. He big old dude. Like I was like, oh yeah. He was strong too. I tried to punch the ball out. I was like, dang.
Ohio State receivers, They receiver use. Between them and LSU, they receiver use. So I understand. It makes sense.
That's very true. That makes sense. Dang.
So
Ohio State, that's true.
You'll be in Atlanta next season playing for the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech.
Yes.
I know for me, when I was, making my decision, I did kind of want to leave home in a sense. I didn't end up leaving that far my freshman to junior year because I was at Barrett College, was in Rome. So I didn't leave too far. But my senior year, that's when I actually left because I went to Presbyterian, which is in Clinton, South Carolina. So for you, bro, what would you say kept you home? Because you did have an opportunity to go to California, whether that was Stanford or USC. I know. West Coast. I'm gonna be honest, but if I was in that situation with those top schools, I might have went to Cali just to experience something different. So I gotta ask you, what would you say kept you home in Atlanta?
Just the culture, the team. Okay. It's something like back in Atlanta. Everything that's. It's not the big city like Los Angeles, but it's also like the city where it's like, I know where to go. I know where not to go. I know, the area. I know everything. And then just Georgia Tech, everybody see what they got going on with big wins. Like these big wins is not going to be big wins after a long time. It's going to be regular wins. It's just going to be like they supposed to win that game. They supposed to win that game. And it's just something that I didn't see when I went out there to a college town. Yeah. Stanford, when I went to LA, which is a big old city. So,
smart. So I guess some of that comfortability does play a factor for you because you speaking of this, just knowing your surroundings. If you do choose to go to a school in LA like Stanford or USC or anything like that, it does present like a new surrounding for you. Sometimes you don't really need that in your freshman year because you're trying to get comfy. So you'll be able to get as comfortable as really fast just because you're from here. This is home. So all the outside stuff not going to play because you're comfortable. So now it's just strictly business on the field. So it makes sense that you chose to stay home and play for the Yellow Jackets. Is there any possibility of you playing both ways? For the Yellow Jackets?
That's as long as I've been told as long as I get everything right on one side of the ball, they'll start to open up more opportunities for me on the other side of the ball. So I'm looking forward to playing both ways, but I'm gonna just stay focused right now on that one side of the ball. Yeah, get right on the defensive side of the ball, and then open up how I need to.
So you're going in the corner first year. That's what you're playing.
Yes.
I like it.
I like it. That sounds very familiar, sir.
Okay, I like it,
bro. That's so crazy how oh my god, it's so crazy how the SC athletes just came about.
It's different.
Because that transit. Because I guess I had that experience, bro, and I thought it was a unique experience, but really so many.
It's starting to become more
normal now. So that transition from just having one position, quote unquote, or whatever, or not one position, but being a athlete to all right, now I have to lock in on a whole different position in college. Bro, it's exciting. I can only imagine how excited you is, bro.
I think that's just what makes Sandy Creek so good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the team, they just trying to win. That's why we've been so successful. I saw a post the other day. We was number 10 most winningest program.
Yeah.
So
I did see that.
We all just trying to win. We all gonna be put in a position. We gonna make sure our coaches are, successful themselves, and we just gonna go out there and win. Do what we need to do.
Yeah, that's dope. So are you like for strictly DB training, or like you still having a little bit of like wide eye training or here and there, or you kind of just to keep this, just to keep it like, you know, keep it sharp still, but are you just only
I just do like regular footwork training, and that for me them kind of go hand in hand. I do forward and then I do backwards, so they kind of knock out, you know what I'm saying, both at the same time, but that's pretty much all I do.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say y'all start region in a few weeks from now for track, right? You know, switching over, talking about track. Do you plan to run track at Georgia Tech? And if not, are you ready to close that chapter? Because I just know, just from watching from afar, it's been a part of your life for so long.
Yeah.
if you aren't running in college, are you ready to close that chapter?
I'm definitely gonna try to run track.
Okay.
They let
not over yet.
Yeah, they let some football players run track, and I believe that I'm, on that level to be able to do both at the same time. And if it just happens to not work out, then it'll just happen to not work out. It's not gonna be like, dang, it's over. I'm gonna still, you can still go out there and run whenever. So it's not like it's gonna be something that is just gonna be too detrimental to me. But it definitely just be like, dang.
I feel that.
That would be crazy, right? Yeah, let's just speak hypothetically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If he plays both ways, if you play both ways at some point in college, and then after that season, go run track. So you an athlete, literally. Not only you athlete in your sport, but you an athlete because you do multiple. That'd be dope to see, bro. I really do hope you get to do that because you'll be changing the game and the landscape of things. But this is just something that just popped in my head, bro. Do you think, because I'm hearing you talking about, like, you probably have the possibility of playing both ways at Tech, and we all saw what Travis Hunter did this year. Right. We all saw that. Right. Do you think this is something that can become more of a trend where, like, on every team in college now, we see somebody playing both ways?
Yeah, I think as the game evolves, yes. And then also I've been seeing a lot of recruits on Twitter. They've been they pretty much putting themselves out there. They want to play both ways. So whether these coaches accept it or not, I think a lot of these boys is going to want to play both ways. So I think as the game evolves, who knows? But
I could imagine me playing both ways in college. I'm just thinking about it, bro. Like, I was tired enough from playing running back and getting knocked around sometimes, bro. So I could imagine going to play like maybe. I'm 5'6", so I don't know what I'm gonna go play on defense, but maybe maybe slot corner. I could imagine going to do that. And also on top of that, they don't really talk about it, but all right, let's take the game aspect out of it, and that's what makes doing that so special. Meetings, practice, and meetings. Not only you having to go to offensive meetings, but you having to go to defensive meetings as well. So I can only imagine. You really got to be a special breed to be able to do that, to be honest.
Yeah. Now, I might be backtracking, but doing both at Georgia Tech, bro, and being in the city, bro, specifically Atlanta. I know this one being in that Georgia State, bro. It could be a lot of distractions, right? How do you, or what do you do to kind of like make sure that you're staying dialed in and locked in, bro? Because playing two sports, having to lock in for film and all these different things you got to do as an athlete, bro, while being in the city of Atlanta. I'm just not going to sugarcoat it. Like, it could throw you off your beat sometimes, not throw you off, but just give you too many things to look at once, you know what I mean? What do you do to kind of like make sure that you're dialed in, you know what I mean? Or like still in that zone no matter what?
I think just staying inside as much as I can. I know that's going to be an issue, being in Atlanta, and there's always going to be, something going on in Atlanta. But just being able to stay focused, knowing what my end goal is, knowing what my short-term goals are, and stuff like that. Just being focused and disciplined within, what I'm doing in order to stay focused rather than going outside and getting in trouble and all out there and just putting myself being vulnerable.
Yeah, and I think you already got like good training with that type of stuff. I'm not worried about that at all. I just know that like a lot of people who don't have like good discipline off the field when they get put in these situations of like
new surroundings, parents not around. You on a schedule of your own. You feel me?
Yeah, I just seen it too many times. Like with great athletes, you know what I'm saying? Where like they got it right on the field, but off the field just mess them up. You know what I mean? So like I just want you to make sure that you keep that same mentality, that same discipline, that same focus through college and at Georgia State. I just say Georgia Tech, bro. For sure. I know you're gonna do good though with it. I just want to see where you was at with that, bro. For sure.
Definitely having this conversation, we've been here, probably 30, 40 minutes now. And it's like, just from talking to him, I already know that definitely ain't gonna be no issue. But definitely kicking it to him and let him know it's gonna be there. Yeah. So I would ask you, because the longer I played in college, the more I took advantage and was intentional about doing things that just made me happy outside of sports, just to kick back, relax, forget, and kind of just become Diallo rather than receiver or running back. Diallo the athlete. So what do you do to kind of relax and just be a kid again and enjoy life outside of playing ball to keep you sane?
Just being at home with my two little brothers. I got two little brothers, so just being at home. It's raining right now, but usually one of them will be outside playing basketball. So just to be out there and be able to laugh and smile with my family, my mom, my dad, just being out there, being able to smile, go out to eat, enjoy the outside life, outside of working out, outside of running, all that other stuff. Just being able to just smile. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy everything you got going on.
You gotta appreciate life. Do you game? You be on the game?
Not really.
I used to be when I was younger, but I ain't gonna lie. Once I got to college, I kind of put the game away. But I did when Spider-Man came out. I was locked in. I'll be honest. I don't know if you've ever played the Spider-Man 2 game, but I locked in for about 4 days and beat it in probably a week. This was during the season too, so I'll get little tangent. So I'll get home from practice. No. This is how I really go. Class, I go back to my dorm. I play the game for maybe an hour and a half. Another class, meetings, practice. After practice, Donna all come back, play the game.
That's really.
It was a year, bro. Trust me. I was locked in. I was locked in for the season and everything I had to do, but. It was fun to be able to kind of forget about football for a few hours when I could hop on the game. Just to bring it back to the main point of everything. So definitely, once you get to college, I definitely say find you some hobbies that you like to do outside of the facilities and practice. Just to kick back and forget about some of the strenuous things that come with being a college athlete. Because being a student athlete in college is not easy. It really isn't. But when you find to do those things that are fun for you personally and kind of you enjoy and get to kick back and relax, it helps everything flow a little bit better. So,
I feel that.
First game, Colorado.
Yeah.
First game, Colorado. In Colorado.
Yeah.
How that first game looking? What you thinking?
I just keep envisioning myself being first kickoff. Looking at the ball, being the return man, or you know what I'm saying? I don't know who's going to be the return man, but I envision myself being the return man, whether I am or not.
Yeah. So
crazy.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be ever since, Coach Prime got there, everybody got there, the environment been seeming like it's one of the best, student environment. They got the big old wall in the back, all that stuff. That junk look fine. I don't know. It looked like it's gonna be a good game. Helmet gonna be shaking. Everything.
Hey man, I'm hoping. I'm gonna go ahead and put that energy out there, bro. What's the game on a Saturday, right? I'm gonna turn on my TV to ESPN on that Saturday, and I expect to be that's an SC alum right there. There go Dalen. He finna pop it on. That's what I expect to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that energy out there, bro. What other game, as far as home games, because the landscape of Georgia Tech Stadium really is smooth because we got the skyline. So what home game you looking forward to this season?
We got Clemson at home. We got Clemson at home.
Okay.
We not in the Bobby Dodd for UGA. We're gonna be in the Benz, but I wish it was in Bobby Dodd, but either way, that's going to be a game. It was a game last year, so we've been getting closer and closer to beating them the last 2 years, and I definitely feel like the time is now. The time is coming.
Okay. Okay.
I would love to see it happen too. Like while you're there, while you're within your years at Georgia Tech, bro. I would love to see them just get into a whole different mode. Like, okay, Georgia Tech is like they're not hanging with the big dogs. They're becoming the big one, like one of the big dogs. Now, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what he was touching on earlier. You know, Dalen was saying he wants these like, oh, that was a big win for Georgia Tech versus to change it to like they were supposed to win. Like, we were supposed to beat them. What do you mean? Like it was a win. So I'm excited for you to be going in at this time because like Georgia Tech has definitely been on a trajectory for the past, I'll say like 3-4 years. So it's like you get to go in there and change the culture and just bring a whole new mindset and culture to Georgia Tech would be dope to see, bro. For real.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So before we get you up out of here, bro, you know, there's bigger things to accomplish, of course, but what you already have accomplished has been great. So what's some game you would kick to like the upcoming 11th and 12th graders, you know, trying to make that jump not only from junior year to senior year on the field, but also transitioning from senior year to, all right, I'm about to go leave the crib and go to college and play football?
Just enjoy everything you got. Enjoy, you know, the time you got right now, whether that's freedom or whether you really just scraping to try to get away from whatever it is that's in high school or back at home that's stopping you. Just being able to, you know, enjoy what you got, get ready for the next challenge, get ready for, you know, new opportunities, get rid of everything that, you know, you probably want to dust off or leave behind you when you walk that stage or when you go into the next chapter of life.
Okay.
Agreed.
I like it, bro. Well, we waiting to see your success when it does come because it's gonna come, bro. Best wishes to you the rest of the track season, bro. I hope y'all bring it home, and I hope you win. You do hurdles, right?
Hurdles, yes. And I jump.
Okay, and he jumps. So I hope you do what you gotta do and get first in that, bro. And we wish you nothing but success, bro.
You know it, bro.
If you ever need anything, bro,
please
DM me and let me know, dog. I'm always trying to look out, bro. Always. So
thank you.
My phone is always open if you need anything, dog. We hoping for your success, man. Y'all know how we do it, man. This is Juh Kickin It Podcast, and we out. You dig?